Hello, humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. So you're not feeling the Nintendo Switch 2, Gen X Gamer. So why are there three sitting on the table? It's because the kiddos are really into it. The kiddos are hyped for it, let me tell you. Me, not so much for the reasons that I've told you, but let's just go over it real quick. I think the company has taken a very corporate feel to it with a new leadership that's come in from EA. With the what they're doing with their software, with the monitoring of your speech online, with them breaking consoles, with them trying to ban you and stuff like that. And the price point, it's just for me, is just not worth the value that it brings, right? For what they're trying to sell you. You could in a year where if you played all the games you wanted in a year, you're going to spend over $1,000. Are you really getting $1,000 worth of value out of this machine? No, absolutely not. Not at $80 a game. Even the Mario Kart that's out there, people are saying it doesn't have enough in it in the open world, right? So, in their proposition right now is, games that have a lot of content should be charged or should be priced higher. So it's a very corporate point of view that they're taking. And for me, there just isn't enough innovation in the machine. Like, I want to see more. This is just more of the same. This form factor that they have, right? This form factor that they have now, is it going to be, well, let me just say, is it as good, for example, as a Steam Deck? No, it's not. Right? I've been disappointed. I was disappointed with the Switch, with the engineering, with the quality of the Switch. It was too light. It was flimsy. Especially compared to the Wii U. If you compare it to the Steam Deck, it just doesn't have enough meat in its bones. Now, this is an improved machine, right? I'm not going to open the boxes to show you because, like I said, this is not. I'm not hyped for it, but my kids are, and I don't mean my grandkids. I mean my kids, the 30-something. They're the ones who are hyped for it, right? And maybe it's because I'm just old, that where I see like $80 for this game right here, and I've paid $80 for games. Let me tell you. Um, but some of these titles, to me, they're not worth $80. And at this point, I'm looking, okay, I wouldn't mind playing these games, but in today's age, I can wait. I can wait for them to come out and go on sale, and I'll just purchase them then. It doesn't matter how many state of plays you do and what have you. I mean, that's one of the advantages, I guess, about the Xbox, where they have day one that you can play on their service, right, on the Game Pass. I could play them there. I don't have to go run out and buy them. But there are games, that I'm willing to pay for day one. Death Stranding 2, for example, right? I know that game is going to have the content, worth the price that I'm paying for it. Absolutely. I have no doubts. But with a Switch, it's just more the same, and I don't really care if the games are 4K. At this point in my life, my my eyes aren't that great. I can't even see in high definition anymore, even if I wanted to. But at the end, it's just a value proposition, guys. I mean, is it worth the money? Are you getting that much more for your buck? To me, the answer is no. One. Number two is innovation. What is the innovation here? You can use those as a mouse. Well, I can do that on my computer. I can do the Steam Deck is a better machine, but I don't see any innovation. I see more innovation on this machine. I'm telling you, I'm not even kidding you. I am more hyped for this product right here, the My Arcade Atari Game Station Go, than I am for, or I ever have been for the Switch 2. And it's not only the price point, guys. It's the controls. It's just a different scheme. It has numbers. It had retro stuff, which is okay. It's for my generation, but it's something different, right? It's not the same thing. It's not the same two joysticks. It's not the same kind of play, right? You can do different things with these controls. You're gonna have a spinner. I mean, that's pretty cool. Yeah, you have a joystick directional button, but you also have buttons on the side, which gives it the potential of being to play, the old retro games, whether it's ColecoVision or Intellivision. So there's more options there. Can you play those on the Switch too? Yes, but on on modern controls, right? It really takes away from it. And there's different things that you can do with this model, depending on the programmers, of course, than you can with the Switch. And at the end of the day, at this point, a lot of the Switch 2 games are going to come out on the regular Switch also. So it's not like you're going to miss a lot. I don't need to play Mario Kart for the 1100th time. I know there's going to be a lot of, and there is a lot of videos from YouTubers trying to get you FOMO and all this stuff. But when you're going to spend this kind of money, don't you deserve more as a consumer? Number one. Number two is all these new restrictions. I want to see how they're played out. I want to see what the problems are. I want to see them work out the bugs. I don't want to be, a free QC for this company. And once the player starts going into these multiplayer games and actually expressing themselves, who's the first one who's going to get banned? And for what? What did they say? Freedom of speech is a real big thing for me. And I don't know how Nintendo's going to work around that. When you have, like I said, this new leadership that is more in tune with the EAs of the world, with the modern gaming platforms of the world, where they want to monitor and control your speech for their content, and they want to monetize every single thing that you do. And to me, this is what it looks like, where the Nintendo is going. But that doesn't mean that my kids that grew up with Pokemon, right, that are willing to shell out the $80 for game. I mean, that's what they want. So yeah, I might not be high for it, but that's the reasons there's three on the table, because they really want them, right? And it's not my grandkids. My grandkids are playing in tablets. Let me tell you, they, thank God they don't want to spend $1,000 to get products, right? Or else, they're not getting anything for Christmas. All they want is every year they want new tablets, right? Preferably Apple. My kids they like the Apple product more than they do the Android. And I bought them an Android tablet and they won't touch it. I'm telling you, Apple's got something there, because the only thing my kids play on my Switch or on the other Switch that I have there is Roblox. That's it. Everything else, they're playing on the tablet. But that's the reason why I'm not hyped, but there's three sitting on the table. All right, humans, thank you so much for joining me. Tell me what you think. Are you guys getting into the hype? Are you guys going to buy it? Were you able to buy one? Yeah, the local Target over here allows each person to get one that's standing, in line. So, it is what it is. I'm sorry if you couldn't get one, by the way. I'm not that kind of person. We found out when my kiddo was shopping, and that's, why we were able to do this. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.